So this is the one, excuse me, that I got. Y'all, excuse my fan. It's hot in here. I'm in upstairs, so heat rises. So this is the one I was excited about because I got it for 99 cents. Well, look, you see, there are no holes. Pay attention, no holes. Look. So I had to go get something of some weight. This has weight to it. Like it rips, but not to the point to where it's flimsy. It's much thicker. So it's just like the material that I already have downstairs. So what I did was I traced my pillow. So it's much longer. I traced the pillow, and the width is long enough, but I am gonna do a half an inch of seam allowance, and then I added some height. So glad I said that because now I need to add some seam allowance. I forgot about that. I need to get a different color marker for that. So why am I? Oh, okay. So I will do like a half an inch all the way around, and so that's why I wish I had a different ink, different type ink. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go get my red marker, do the red all the way around, and then pin it, and then I'm going to sew it. Yes, I'm still using the red thread. Yes, I'm going to get some bobbins and get some more thread. I just use the red because it helps me. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, I decided to do a voiceover. So pretty much, this is me adding my seam allowance. I really need to watch some YouTube videos so I can make sure I really understand everything about seam allowance. It seems to be pretty much self-explanatory, common sense type thing. But being that I'm new to this, is not common sense to me. So I was explaining, what stitch was what color was what, blah, blah, blah. You get the idea. So, what I would generally do, and I don't know why I didn't think about this, but for some reason I did this time. Thank God. I believe God be helping me out. I would normally just remeasure, the same measurement and draw on another piece instead of just pinning them together and stitch them. So yeah. So that's pretty much what you see me doing here. I realized that once you become a professional, you don't need as much pins because you can eyeball it. And I'm trying not to pin it to death, but I may do that. Start pinning things to death. So yeah, I do plan to run over to Joann's Fabric. As of this voiceover, I had not yet, but I'm going to and grab 2 yards and do this all over again. So it did work really well. It didn't rip or do anything crazy. So as you can see, out of excitement, I put it in wrong. Every time I put a piece of material on that needle, I forget that it goes forward. It goes away from me. It doesn't, it comes toward me and not go the other way. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Hell, I don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm like, you gotta calm down, think, pay attention, put the material in because it feeds forward. It goes away from you. I don't know why I keep trying to have it come toward me. We're not in reverse. So that was me fixing it. Y'all, this was a hot mess. I mean, it was a good hot mess, but I was trying to think of 3 different things at one time, and the way my mind is set up, I can barely do one thing. I need to be doing a half a thing. So it was like, and then once I really, because it's a straight stitch to me, I think I can nail it. So I put my foot hard on the freaking sewing machine pedal, and it went to jumping. So I was like, you need to really just slow down. That's why it makes sense for me just to always find little things to do that have straight stitches. I know it may seem like, oh yeah, that's really easy to do. Why don't you do that? But trying to keep a straight line and getting a feel for things, for me, I can't speak for anyone else, is a bit hard. And I don't know if I need to make the straight lines and then just follow them. Like, make it and be like, this is the line that I'm going to keep the needle on. Maybe that's what I need to do. I don't know. But like I said, I'm new. And with me learning things, I need to learn every little small detail. If I don't, I just how my brain is set up. Like, I need to understand the smallest detail to professionals or some people that may be starting, that may be like not on their list of things, and they may be like, you know, why you need to learn something like that? That's just how I am. So, yeah. So it was pretty much, you know, grabbing the needle so I won't get stuck and keeping the line straight. And I overthink things, and I think so hard till, you know, you'll start to see the two things that I did. So I'll explain it here and cut off the voiceover and try to speed this up for you guys. Okay, so this is it. That's the extra that I wanted inside this so it could be a little taller. So that's the extra. So as you can see, all right, so the red is the seam allowance, that red is the thread, and that's the actual pillow size. And my line was like, I was going within the line was the foot and the needle was like straightened over, so I was trying to pull the material to make it go in a straight line. So I just need to, what I was trying to do was push the pedal, pull the material through, and making sure that it's a straight line. So finally I was like, okay, I don't need to be thinking about the foot, just keep the foot where it needs to be and try to keep these lines straight. So yeah, so I cut it. So now I'm about to turn it inside out and I'm about to stuff it. And y'all guys probably don't want to see that. And this part right here, I left it like this to remind me that this is where the opening is. So I'm just turning it inside out and stuffing it. So I'll come back home when it's fully stuffed. Some advice: when you're stuffing a pillow, stop halfway wherever your halfway is and get these corners. Because I was way up here and I had to stick my hand in, hoping not to rip it, because it's a little thicker, but it doesn't rip as easy, and stick some stuff in these corners. So I'm almost done. I'll be back on. Y'all remember the first one I tried? Well, this is it. So I'm going to stuff it in the pillow too, because nothing going to waste. So this will be a part of the stuffing. I'll be back. So I just learned something. I made a mistake. So you see this end and this end? This end should look like this. I should have either stuffed it. What I was saying was the stuffing opening should have been on the side and not at the points, which is the corners. I'm going to try to figure out how to make this make sense like this. Okay, so I went ahead and stuffed it, and I turned the material that was here, I just turned it in like this. And I'm going to take this, hope you guys can see what I'm doing, and stitch it along like that. I'm going to probably start this way, that way I get my finger in and push the stuff in the corner. And change you to 1, that way the stitch is on more toward the left. Press the foot down, and let's go. And yes, it's gonna look a mess. A hot mess up in the corner. But I forgot to leave a hole so I can work it in the corner. I'm gonna just dig in here and kind of push it up like that. All right, so let's see what this baby look like. Matter of fact, we'll do even old better. Pillow. Hold on. I'm gonna be mad, y'all, if this pillow still look the same. All right, so let's see. Let's see. I'm putting the phone down. Whew, I'm nervous. It looked like it is higher. Okay, so what do y'all think? I can't. It almost looks the same. So I'm confused. See? Is it here? Hold on. I can't tell. Hold on, I'll do like this. It's so hard for me to tell. Okay, so that's the new one. Okay. Oh, let me put the old one up. And this is the old one. Trying to make it look right. The old one Come on, baby, sit up right. See, I don't know. I can't really tell a difference. That one over there. Okay, let me do something. So evidently there's a height difference. But that's with the cover on it. Okay. Y'all know my house look a hot mess because I'm doing all these projects. All right, so let's do this. That's with the cover on it. But without the cover, I'm trying to make this look like it's working. So it is a little taller. I guess I wanted a much, much taller. I don't know. See, when I press on it, it's like, okay, so that's what it looks like. When I press on it, it kind of like gets higher. I don't know. Ugh. If I'm sitting next to the chair, I don't know. I can't tell. I really can't. I can't tell. I don't know, guys. I'm breathing all hard in the phone. I almost feel like I should have went a little higher. But it seems like, I don't know if it's because if you go higher in height, but when you stuff it, it gets fat. Because see, if I took out some of the stuffing, it'll be higher. But if I put in, it drops it down because it's filling in. I think that's what my issue is. Okay, so I don't know what to do. I'll figure it out. All right, I'll talk with you guys later.
I figured it out. I actually figured it out while I was being frustrated. So I can make this pillow as tall as I can when I'm tracing it. But the more stuffing I put in there, because I'm making it tall, it makes it bigger. So when I put the stuffing in there, it gets fatter instead of being tall. So no matter how tall I'm going to make it, it's just going to look like it's pregnant, pretty much. So, but I also realized something too. This is just the interfacing, not the actual material, because the actual material is not going to have any give. So it may not push out and be as fat and puffy as the interfacing. Think about it. My blue pillow made my blue pillow. The blue covering on the pillows made the pillows look smaller, but when I took it off, it got bigger. Problem solved. I did good. So now I need to run back to Joann's and get another 2 yards to make another pillow. So yeah, now this is my question. The material is $5 a yard. And I've measured my couch and I don't know how much material I'm going to need. Like for my pillows, for the side pillows I just made, that's going to be, I don't know, because the interfacing is much smaller on the roll versus the actual material. So I'm going to have to figure that out. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Because what I had originally wanted to do was find 2 white, and I know this is going to sound crazy, but what I got in my mind, I'm going to make it happen. I want to find 2, and it'll be much cheaper. Find 2 white comforters, like 2 queen or 2 king size, and use that to cover my entire chair. But then the material that I originally wanted is $5 right now on sale, and that's going to be a very expensive buy. It'll probably cost me about I'm gonna say it'll be under the material that I need for my chair. I would be under $200 if I decide to cover my chair, because everything I need to do with my chair, because it's such a box, is straight stitching all the way. But then I want to try to do it a little cheaper. We're using comforter. With the comforter, Yeah, I will still have to maybe stitch a couple of things, but it'll be cheaper. So I don't know. But I do know I am going to make another one of the pillows I made today. And I'm also going to add stuffing to my pillows. Because, I mean, it got some stuff to it, but I want it to be a little fatter. So, yes, I figured it out. I really did. I think that's about it. I wish my tax came today. I could have started on my chair. But anyway, so I do need to move on to the next project. So I may share it with you guys. I may not sure, but let me get on to the next thing. I'll talk with you guys later. I did the measurements. It's going to cost me $80 for the material. That's for the pillows and everything. And it probably would have been more, but I noticed that down here to the bottom, that's interfacing. So that's why it's not as expensive. So either I'm going to get interfacing or I'm going to use some white sheets and use those. I get white sheets for $2 at the thrift store. So yeah, so I can use interfacing here, but the material will cover this all the way to the floor in the back. So just the interfacing to the bottom. Like I said, I can find old sheets and wash them and they'll be white or they'll be beige or whatever. So $80. I'm trying to figure this out. All right, guys, I'm going for real. Bye.